Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and our home team. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They run again on first down. Cook. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second and a couple. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, Richard. He's going to let this one go deep.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On second and 12, Willis firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
On 3rd down, it's Willis.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Red Dragons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is, we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to put...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor,
51 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
86 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, Cook.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
11 yards there, first down.
Now they'll look to Willis to throw.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hale. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. They'll try the middle with Cook. 12 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Willis looking to throw on first down.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Dameon Pierce with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year
as they have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Throwing to start the drive. Richard, he's going to air one out.
And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Richard. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. behind. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
This taken in at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
On 1st down, Richard eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
146 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Richard. And it'll be intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd and 10, Willis steps away to his left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
Steps away. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Last play of the half, Willis.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Back to throw. Richard being chased out left.
He's got this, complete to Williams. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Off play action. Richard dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Richard to the right side, complete to Taylor.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. First and 10, Taylor now.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. Bonds. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down. Richard. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll bring them back within 4.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Pierce gets this one running right.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
We're off off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
122 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now Willis on 4th down.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
Down inside the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Red Dragons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Throwing again. Richard. Flush to his right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Looking to throw. Richard. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
1st and 10, Willis.
Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Holloway. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. To throw again on second down.
Willis.
Now used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
He's sacked back around the 28. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Richard. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jair Elam makes a pick.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Willis now off of play action.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holloway. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the home team here,